Welcome. Tonight, we'll leave behind the weight of the day and drift into the peaceful embrace of the Milky Way. As you lie down, let your body sink into the bed, feeling the softness of your blankets cocooning you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let it out slowly. With each breath, feel yourself becoming lighter, as though the gravity holding you to the world is gently loosening its grip. Imagine yourself floating upward, rising through the air. The world below grows smaller and smaller, the sounds of the day fading into silence. You pass through soft clouds, their cool mist brushing against you, and then break free into the vast openness of space. Out here, the stars stretch endlessly in every direction, their light twinkling softly against the dark. Some are bright, shining like tiny beacons, while others glow faintly, as if they're whispering secrets to the night. The universe feels calm, quiet, and welcoming, as though it's been waiting for you to arrive. Take another deep breath in and let it out. You are weightless now, free to drift wherever the stars guide you. The journey begins as you drift toward a mesmerizing cluster of stars that glimmer like diamonds scattered across a velvet expanse. These stars are not just points of light. They are vibrant, living entities, each radiating its own unique energy. The cluster stretches far and wide, a dazzling concentration of brilliance in the vastness of space. As you draw closer, the stars seem to grow in size, their light brighter and warmer. Their glow is soft, not blinding, but comforting, like a warm lantern on a cool night. They pulse gently, each one with its own rhythm, as though they're singing a quiet, ancient song. The song is not heard with the ears, but felt deep within, a melody of calm that resonates through your entire being. Floating closer, you notice that the stars in this cluster are not all the same. Some burn with a fiery orange hue, their light steady and bold. Others are a serene blue, their glow cool and tranquil, like the touch of a clear spring morning. Tiny white stars twinkle in between, their radiance delicate and fleeting, as if they are shyly peeking out from the vastness. You find yourself weaving through the cluster, drifting gently between these celestial giants. Their light casts faint, shimmering shadows on the dark canvas of space, patterns that shift and dance as you move. Each star seems to welcome you, their presence like an open door to peace and stillness. Pausing beside one particularly brilliant star, you feel its warmth radiating outward. It isn't a physical heat, but a sensation, like a comforting memory or the soft embrace of someone dear. This star pulses slowly, its rhythm steady, almost hypnotic. It draws you in, inviting you to linger, to bask in its quiet presence. Farther into the cluster, smaller stars sparkle in unison, their light creating faint, intricate constellations that seem to tell a story written across the heavens. You trace these patterns with your gaze, imagining the stories they might tell. Tales of creation, of journeys, of stillness and eternity. Yet even as you try to discern their meaning, you feel no urgency. There is no need to understand, only to experience. Above and below you, the stars stretch infinitely, their arrangement like a river of light flowing through the darkness. The cluster seems alive, shifting gently as though it breathes in unison with your own quiet breath. You drift here, weightless and free, feeling completely at ease, as though you've found a sanctuary suspended in time. After some moments, or perhaps hours, for time holds no meaning here, you begin to move again letting the pull of the universe guide you onward. The star cluster fades softly into the distance, its light growing smaller but never disappearing entirely. It lingers, like a comforting glow at the edge of your awareness as you continue your journey deeper into the Milky Way. As you drift further into the expanse of space, the soft twinkle of stars begins to give way to something extraordinary. A vast nebula appears on the horizon, stretching out like an infinite web of colour and light. Its edges shimmer faintly, shifting and rippling as though stirred by an invisible breeze. The nebula is alive with movement, slow, deliberate, and graceful. The colours are breathtaking, blending seamlessly into one another. Deep violets swirl into shades of sapphire blue, which in turn fade into radiant golds and soft blush pinks. The hues seem to breathe, waxing and waning like waves gently lapping at a distant shore. The nebula's glow is not harsh or overwhelming, but soft and welcoming, illuminating the surrounding space with a gentle radiance. As you float closer, you notice fine, mist-like particles drifting around its edges, each one catching the light and sparkling like tiny stars. These particles move lazily, their paths unpredictable, like delicate snowflakes on a windless night. Some seem to reach toward you, glimmering faintly before dissolving into the surrounding mist. You pass into the outer edges of the nebula, and the colours grow brighter, more vivid. The cool air, if it could be called air, feels crisp and refreshing, as though infused with the energy of creation itself. Here the universe feels both infinite and intimate, wrapping around you like a comforting embrace. The particles become more numerous, their soft glow forming a luminous haze that surrounds you, bathing everything in a serene light. Deeper within, the nebula's shapes become clearer. You notice tendrils of gas and light stretching out like the branches of a great cosmic tree. These tendrils twist and curl, forming intricate patterns that shift and evolve as you watch. It feels as though the nebula is speaking in its own quiet language, telling stories of the stars that were born here and the light that has travelled for eons to reach this moment. In the heart of the nebula, the colours are almost overwhelming in their beauty. A radiant core glows softly, its light casting subtle shadows across the surrounding mist. You pause here, letting the nebula's presence wash over you. It feels calming yet invigorating, as though it is sharing a small piece of its eternal energy with you. Time seems to stand still in this place. You watch as the colours swirl and shift, creating endless new shapes and patterns. A soft spiral appears, curling inward like the petals of an infinite flower, only to dissolve and reform into something entirely new. The nebula seems to be both still and ever-changing, a paradox that feels perfectly natural in this moment. You drift slowly through the nebula, its light and colour wrapping around you, filling you with a deep sense of peace. The universe feels vast, yet this corner of it feels personal, as if it was created just for you. Every colour, every glow, every movement seems to resonate with your very being, harmonising with the quiet rhythm of your breath. Eventually, you find yourself nearing the edge of the nebula. The colours begin to soften, their brilliance fading into the background as the vast darkness of space comes into view once more. The particles grow fewer, their light dimming until they disappear entirely. Yet the nebula lingers in your mind, its presence a quiet reminder of the beauty that exists in the depths of the universe. As you drift away, the nebula seems to give a gentle farewell, its light pulsing faintly one last time before receding into the distance. You feel renewed, as though the nebula has shared a part of its timeless tranquility with you. The stars ahead beckon you onward, and you follow, ready to continue your journey through the Milky Way. As the nebula fades into the distance, a faint streak of light appears on the horizon. It moves gracefully across the darkness, trailing a shimmering tail of silver and blue. Then another streak follows, and another. Comets, gliding silently across the expanse of space. Their movement is unhurried, their presence serene, like travellers on an ancient, endless journey. The comets glow softly, their light not as steady as the stars, but flickering delicately, as though alive with quiet energy. Each tail stretches out behind its comet like a flowing ribbon, its edges blurring into the darkness. The light from their trails lingers long after they've passed, leaving faint, glimmering arcs that mark their paths. You feel yourself drawn to them, their motion hypnotic, their calmness contagious. As you approach, you notice the fine details of each comet. The surfaces are rough and uneven, speckled with glittering ice that catches the light in brilliant flashes. Their tails are made of tiny particles, each one glowing faintly before dissolving into the quiet of space. You find yourself moving alongside the comets, matching their slow, steady pace. They seem unaware of your presence, yet their rhythm feels as though it was meant for you. The comets weave in and out of one another, their paths crossing and diverging like a cosmic dance, each movement perfectly in harmony with the others. As you follow them, the space around you begins to change. The faint darkness of the void is replaced by a subtle, silvery glow cast by the trails of the comets. The glow grows brighter, creating an almost ethereal light that surrounds you, soft and diffuse. It feels as though the comets are creating a path just for you, leading you deeper into the mysteries of the Milky Way. One comet in particular captures your attention. It moves slightly ahead of the others, its tail longer, its light softer, almost like the glow of moonlight. You follow it as it drifts away from the group, its path curving gently toward a distant horizon. The others seem to fade into the background, their light still visible but growing fainter with each passing moment. This lone comet seems to move with intention, its pace deliberate and steady. You glide beside it, watching as its trail twists and flows like a river of light. Tiny sparks emerge along the edges of its tail, brightening briefly before fading into nothingness. Each spark feels like a quiet echo, a whisper of the comet's ancient journey. The comet leads you to a small, shimmering planet, its surface glowing faintly with a silvery hue. You pause here, floating just above the planet, while the comet continues on its way, its tail leaving a graceful arc in the sky. For a moment, you watch it disappear into the distance, its light growing smaller, until it's just a faint glimmer, and then nothing. You turn your attention to the planet below. Its surface seems to ripple gently, as though covered in a layer of soft, silvery mist. The light from the planet reflects off the surrounding space, creating an otherworldly glow that feels calming and familiar. You hover above it, observing the way its light shifts and flows, as if it is breathing along with you. The silence here is profound, yet it feels full, as though the planet itself is alive. You linger for a while, letting its glow fill you with peace. The stars around you remain still, their light steady and constant, watching silently as you rest. When you're ready, you begin to drift away, leaving the planet and its silvery light behind. You follow the pull of the universe once more, letting it guide you toward the next part of your journey. As you drift further into the Milky Way, the faint glow of a distant galaxy appears on the edge of your vision. At first, it is a mere speck of light, but as you move closer, it begins to take shape. A grand spiral of stars and light, slowly turning in perfect harmony. The galaxy is vast, its arms stretching outward like a celestial dance frozen in time. Its soft glow illuminating the surrounding space with a gentle radiance. The closer you come, the more detail emerges. The core of the galaxy is a brilliant golden light, bright but not harsh, like a beacon welcoming you home. Surrounding it are swirling arms of silver and blue, speckled with countless stars that shimmer like grains of sand scattered across a twilight beach. The arms move imperceptibly, their rotation so slow it feels as though they are holding still. Yet the gentle rhythm of their motion is undeniable. You pause at the edge of the galaxy, marvelling at its enormity. The stars here seem different, denser, closer together, as though drawn into the galaxy's embrace. Each one radiates a unique light, some steady and constant, others flickering faintly like the pulse of a heartbeat. Their collective glow creates a soft, ambient light that fills the space around you, warm and soothing. Drifting closer, you pass through one of the galaxy's outer arms. Here, the stars seem to whisper as you glide by, their voices soft and indistinct, like the distant murmur of a gentle stream. The light from these stars casts long, flowing shadows across the darkness, patterns that twist and curl as you move. The shadows seem alive, dancing in time with the galaxy's quiet rhythm. As you move deeper into the galaxy, the stars grow brighter, their light more vivid. Clusters of young, vibrant stars sparkle like diamonds, their energy fresh and untamed. Nearby, older stars burn with a softer, steadier light, their presence reassuring, as though they have watched over this galaxy for countless eons. In the distance, a massive cloud of gas and dust swirls lazily, its edges glowing faintly as starlight filters through. This is a stellar nursery where new stars are born. The cloud's movement is slow, almost imperceptible, yet it feels purposeful, as though it is carrying out an ancient task. You drift closer, watching as faint pinpricks of light appear within the cloud, young stars just beginning to awaken. Beyond the stellar nursery, you find a quiet pocket of space, a place where the stars are fewer, their light softer. This pocket feels peaceful, like a hidden sanctuary within the galaxy's vast expanse. Here the silence is profound, yet it is not empty. It is a full, resonant silence, as though the universe itself is holding its breath, cradling you in its stillness. You linger here for a while, feeling the galaxy's quiet energy flow through you. It is steady, constant, like the slow turning of its spiral arms. The universe feels vast yet intimately connected, its rhythm echoing in the quiet beating of your own heart. When you are ready, you begin to drift away from the galaxy, its light growing fainter as you move. The golden core remains visible for a while, its glow a comforting reminder of the journey you've taken. The galaxy's arms stretch out behind you, their movement slow and graceful, until they too fade into the darkness. Ahead, the stars of the Milky Way beckon once more, their soft twinkling guiding you onward. You follow them, letting their quiet presence lead you deeper into the night, ready to discover what lies ahead in the infinite expanse. The stars around you begin to shift, their twinkling light softening until it feels more like a whisper than a glow. The vastness of space stretches ahead, a deep, comforting expanse that invites you to let go and simply drift. You are surrounded by silence, but it's not an empty silence. It's full of the quiet hum of the universe, a gentle rhythm that seems to match the steady beating of your heart. Each breath you take feels synchronized with this rhythm, as though the cosmos itself is breathing with you. Inhale slowly and exhale gently. With every breath, you feel lighter, your body sinking deeper into relaxation, your mind floating free. As you drift further, the stars begin to dim, one by one, their light growing softer until they seem to merge into the darkness. The Milky Way stretches out like a delicate veil, its glow faint and soothing, like the last light of a setting sun. The soft shimmer of distant starlight forms a gentle path, guiding you onward through the quiet expanse. You notice that the space around you has grown even stiller, as though the universe itself has settled into rest. The distant murmurs of stars and galaxies fade into the background, leaving only the softest traces of their presence. This is a place of complete calm, where time seems to hold no meaning, and the weight of the day has long since disappeared. Ahead, the faint outline of a nebula comes into view, but its colours are muted, its glow barely visible. A gentle reminder of the beauty that lies in the universe's quiet moments. You float past it without stopping, its soft presence guiding you like a comforting hand, leading you further into peace. As you continue, even the faintest lights begin to fade, their glow becoming mere impressions in your mind. The vast darkness ahead is not empty but filled with a sense of warmth and safety. It feels as though the universe is cradling you in its embrace, holding you steady as you drift into the deepest state of relaxation. Your breath slows further, each inhale filling you with calm, each exhale carrying you deeper into rest. Inhale and exhale. Your thoughts grow softer, like the stars themselves, until they are little more than quiet flickers on the edge of your awareness. You feel yourself letting go, surrendering to the stillness, allowing the gentle pull of sleep to guide you. The Milky Way fades completely now, its light blending into the infinite horizon. There is only the quiet, endless night, a place of pure tranquility. Here you are free from time, from thoughts, from anything that might disturb your rest. The universe holds you, steady and unchanging, as you float deeper into its embrace. Sleep comes easily now, like a gentle tide carrying you away. The stars will remain, watching over you in their quiet way, their light a promise that you are never alone. You drift further, the pull of sleep growing stronger, until the universe itself seems to dissolve into the soft darkness of your dreams. And here, in this infinite stillness, you let go completely. The journey continues, but now it is within. A journey of peace, of rest, of quiet. Sleep well, and let the stars guide you into the deepest, most serene dreams.